Hello everybody and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for a game out of Evangeline Recreation Center here with the Kraken and the Wolves. My name's Jeff Warburton bringing you the action here from PEI, Western PEI on a Sunday morning. First game of the day here on High Button. And we are just going to get right into this one with our U18 female action. As Thomas goes for a skate here down for the breakaway early, and a nice save there by the Kraken netminder as an early look here, just 30 seconds in. Garnett going to play one off to the end boards. Looking for McNeil. It's going to be out of the reach, and Bex will come in and one touch past that into the offensive zone, but it's picked off. Now kind of doing the splits out there was Thomas as it heads down the right side. Back there from the corner, Wolves. Try to get it out. Mills slides that back across. And now into the zone they'll go from the red line. Oh, and a bouncing puck comes in and finds the back of the net, and the old goal from center for the Wolves to start out to a hot start here. A breakaway and a bouncing puck goal. Gets the Wolves bench off their feet there for Thomas, and just the type of goal they're just going to have to shake off the other way. About a minute into this game. Puck's dropped in, D to D, Pino. Tries to go up the left side. Picked up by the Kraken. Somerville grabs it near the red line. Poked at. Trying to get that up. Somerville again. Working around the left side. Whacks at that and will be sent down into the end boards. Pino. She'll play it across. Heads up, Wolves trying to get that out. Exits, and it's a D-to-D pass there. Looking for the pass. Sent down for icing. Past the stick of LeBlanc as Duguay tried to get that across, and we'll head down the left side. 2 minutes into the first here. Puck dropped in. That one's tried to steer it out in front there. Caught a skate before it could make it on net as McPherson fires one in. Back in behind for Duguay. She looks to get it out as it's pinched in along the end boards. Up the left side. Good board battle in there as the puck gets moved out across the way. Chased after. Cosman. She'll circle back around, past the stick. Worked back in behind once again. Wilcox. LeBlanc fishes it out of there. LeBlanc cuts back. LeBlanc now surveying. Gets it over to the left side. Kraken cut to the inside, looking for some open space here through the middle. Individual effort as they go 1-on-3. Down the right side. Trying to get that back to Little. Up the right side wall now and speed the other way. Duncan gets shoved off into the end wall. Duncan cuts back, trying to feed it in front. Picked up Kraken. Lead play back to Richards. Richards whacks at it. Clears into the zone here. Past Thomas and Boutlier. In behind for Marshall. Marshall circles back. Looking to go up the wall. Brought back to center and harpooned into the zone as they get a change off. Boutlier picks it up. Boutlier starts to move it from behind her own net. And a nice pass up here to Little. Puts it right on the tape. into a shin pad, trying to get that out. Bootlier jumps at it again. Heads down into the end wall. They look for that puck down there in the corner as it bounces back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc works back in to her captain, Bex, but it hits a skate trying to get that around. Wolves slap the pass out. Bex skates at it, and it'll exit the zone to the red line. Up ahead, Kraken. Stick handle rolls off the stick there, back for LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Up ahead, trying to find Bex. In the opposite way for the whistle. Face-off coming. Puck dropped in, splits the 2D, and now it's a foot race for it. Beck stepping up into the corner. Wolves. Cosman. One-timer goes well in behind, wraps around. McAdam. McAdam down the left side. She'll get it all the way into the end boards. In behind, misses some blades of sticks. Wraps around the corner. Tripped up a little bit. No arm goes up though as Thomas picks it up, tries to get it to McNeil. Turn back over to Duncan. Now Kraken back in the other way into the feet. Held in along the end boards now. Turned over. Kraken from the line. Shot, rebound in front. That shot was solid and created a nice chance there. The rebound was whacked up, it just missed, and now a penalty is pinched in along the boards was the Kraken forward. And that will be 2 minutes. Maybe body contact. Nope, tripping. So face-off will be to the right here. 6 minutes into our first period here. 1-0 the score. Worked around the right wall. That's whacked at and an early clear here on the PK. Sent off to the end boards. Kraken start to move. Cut back play there by Bootlier. She'll reassess. Over to the left. LeBlanc. D to D. Lead play into the feet. Gets past. Pinow chases. Pinow in around the glass. Webster stays on it. LeBlanc. Back to Cosman. Cosman shot, scores! That one slides through. And it's 1-1 off a seeing eye shot that goes 5-hole on the power play. And we are all square here. Less than halfway through the first. And that gets a big cheer from the Kraken fans who are situated right here in front of me out of Angeline Recreation Center. Head down to the face-off. Bex brings it in, shoots it, goes high. Comes back down around. Wolves trying to work it out, looking for a lane. Stevenson gonna dump and chase as she gets hauled down. And it's a penalty back the other way there, as now it'll be the Wolves chance on the power play on the same call, tripping. Face off in the offensive zone now for the Wolves. Puck dropped in there and splits the D. Heading all the way back to the Wolves netminder. McGugan picks it up, slows down. Plays it over to the left side, misses the stick. Little tries to get that up ahead. Swept on. That's up the wall with it. Jipdak gets by some sticks into the end boards. Wolves looking to get this out. Lead pass off the mark. And icing gets called off, and a chance there on the right side. Back to the blue line. Nice pass there into the middle. McNeil shoots, steers to the left corner. Trying to get that back around to center here. Drops back. Now handed off on the left side. Overtaken. Now shot just wide. Dickey with a nice move there and a hard shot that just misses top right corner. Brought in over the blue line here now. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Handed off to the blue. Shot through traffic and a save made. 24 seconds to go here on the power play. Puck sent back to the blue line and it rolls down the right side half wall. Back and behind. Trying to play it out front. Another cover there as it rolls into the feet. And an easy opportunity for the whistle there. Face off will be to the left. 1-1 our score here, approaching the halfway mark here in the first. Blackquare gets it over, D to D. That one now rolls up the shaft of a stick and to the corner again. Wolves pinch in and it gets knocked back in behind. McPherson gonna send that right back to where it came from for Marshall. Marshall starts to move, cut off, into the feet. Brought in over the line by the captain, McNeil. McNeil shoots it, scooped up. Whistle goes. Puck dropped in there. Bootlier working from in behind. Gets that up the wall. A little shove there. Brought back in by Duncan. Knocked off of it. Back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. And missed the marks and steers away as the Wolves sustaining some pressure here in the offensive zone. Now on the doorstep. Shot off the post. As it was swept at and got elevated. McGugan now to the red line, shoots it around. Kraken cut back, Bootlier. Back to Richards. In behind for Bootlier. Back down low, centering pass. Onto the stick, one-timer in front, they score! And a nice move there. They give and go. And the Wolves retake the lead here. 9:34 left to go in the first. And a good tic-tac-toe pass with the finish. It'll be 2-1 Wolves. Back to center. Duguay drops that in behind. Picked up over the red line, sent down to the end wall. Trying to go up the right wall with it now, and kept in just by a hair there by the Kraken. Pino hands it over. Back in behind for Webster. Webster whacks at it, and it comes down the left side. Duguay circles that back around. Slowed up along the half wall. Shot. Back onto the stick. Picked up by Little. Trying to center that. Wolves keeping it in the offensive zone. Gets past Sticka Ledger. In on the end wall. Wolves playing that through. It's going to miss some sticks. Head all the way back. Retreating into their own end. Now trying for McAdam. Touches off a stick, so no icing. Bootlier gets to it first here for the Kraken. Trying to get that out, but fans on it now on the right side. Kraken pull in, and it's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Kraken with numbers. Hand it off for the break. Nice chance there. They score. And a perfectly executed 2-on-1. Finds the puck in the back of the net. And we are all even once again here. 7:51 left to go in the first. We head back to center, so 4 total goals here for the first 12 minutes of this game. Wolves pick it up. Thomas into the end boards. Back in from the corner. Bex picks it up on the backhand, flips it around. Heidi Bex in over the blue line. She'll fall on the half wall. Gets back in behind. Wolves. McNeil looking for a lane. Shot, save made. Rebound, steered on, and still loose in front. Now covered up. Whistle goes. Face off to the left. Richards in around the end boards. Looking for it in the feet. Garnett pulls it in around. Wolves over to Richards. In on the end wall. Chip play, Richards now. Mills picks it up for the Wolves. Mills gets swung out in front. Richard. Garnett trying for it. It's going to be put up on its side and sent back in behind and steered aside. Kraken looking for the breakout here. 6:30 to go in the first. Poked at. Now picked up, worked up the wall there. McPherson puts it high in the sky. Comes back down here. Bootlier. To the end boards, and the Wolves pickups. Work this puck out through center. Kraken. Circle it back around. Kraken, Dickey hands it off, and it's just past the stick a little. Shot tipped, and that one off to the corner. Say Kraken out a player there in front, open. Now grabbed, sent down for the icing. 5:33 left to go here in the first. Face off to the right. Puck dropped in. Back there to Duguay. Trying to go up the right wall with it now. Picked up. Murray. Murray over the red line. Backhanded him behind. Kraken from the back end. Puck goes wide. Chased after on the end boards. Worked around there. Wolves. Richards. Richards up to McNeil. McNeil shoots. Rebound in and goes behind. Centering pass. Shot. Glove save there. Nice job right in front. Probably the best save of the game for the Kraken. Bringing it back down low. Trying up the left side with it. Fire back into the foot. Now another chance. Shot high. McNeil. Whacks at it. Picked up, moved up the left side here. Kraken. Wolves pick it up, trying to find some open space on the left side. Fanned on. Bootlier. Bootlier in behind, over to Little. Little to the middle. Webster swept at it. Down the right side, over to Webster. Little shove in there. Pinow, hands off. Puck shot the length of the ice for a close icing call with 3:45 to go here in the first. Face-off will head to the right into the Wolves' end. Face-off here. Puck dropped in. Kraken shoot that. Steered off as it's spun in front and looking for it. Wolves from the left side here now. Start to hustle it out. Webster. Webster chases into the end boards. Now grabbed and turned over. Wolves looking for some room. Shot. Goes wide. Back and behind. 2-on-2 the other way. Kraken over the lines. Mills. She'll get slowed up. Wolves push towards the middle. Stevenson looking for it. Spun out there is Murray, and now the arm will go up by the back ref. Holding the call. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. And that'll be the Wolves' chance to retake the lead. They've had the lead twice this game, and both times the Kraken have tied it up. Puck dropped in. Back to the blue line. Shot high. Comes in behind, and it hits the top of the net. And covered up for the whistle as Kraken kind of got a bounce on that one, as it looked like she may have had some open net there. So 2:48 to go in the first. It's been kind of a longer first period here. Bootlier swings at it, and now the arm goes right back up. Hooking this time. And that will be on the Wolves, so it'll head back the other way, despite. Thought the Kraken touched that, and the ref blew the whistle, so Duncan heads off regardless. So it'll be a minute and 44 seconds of 4-on-4 time here. Down low, Richards in the corner. LeBlanc pressures. Picked up by the Wolves. Back to the feet of Boutlier, turned over. Thomas. Thomas with the burst of speed. Thomas in on net, shoots, scores. Fires one home to retake the lead, and that one had a little zip on the back end. Hits that back bar. And the Wolves will take their third lead of the first period here. And we'll head back to center. It'll remain 4-on-4. Puck dropped in there, so 2:22 remaining here in the first. Kraken try to pass that out. He's sent down for the icing. In behind, Kraken. Looking to move that puck up. Bex works it across. Swept on. Stevenson brings it back in. They got heavy numbers back for the Kraken into the shin pad. 47 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. And it'll be about 15 seconds of power play time for the Kraken. Don't know if that'll be enough to do anything, but they'll work it off the right side here now. Little. Moved by Murray. Played in behind. Murray hustles to the corner. Chops at it, trying to free it up. Now Kraken survey. Get that to the left and in behind. Now to the right. Lead play. Wolves over the blue. Drops that back. Murray looking for a lane. Kind of gets held up a bit. 56 seconds, a final minute to play here in the first. What's been an entertaining first. Penalties, goals, breakaways, saves. You name it, we've seen it here through one. Sent back to the corner. P now, full head of steam. She'll get there. Centers, no one home. Richards. Backing around the half wall. To the blue line. Cross the blue line. Now P now. Sends that up ahead. Pressure coming and just gets it out of harm's way. Will be slapped. Icing waved off. And that will take us to the end of one. So 3-2 Wolves after a first entertaining period. Back for the second in a moment. All right, everybody, we are back here with the second period of action between the Wolves and the Kraken. As we'll get into it. Puck dropped in here and worked over. Quick little shove off the puck by Thomas there. Little shovels it into the end boards. As Wolves chase after that. Up the wall to Duncan. Duncan works that down low to the right side, and it'll be left for the Kraken by the Kraken goaltender. Duncan hustled along that hard. LeBlanc picks up. Thomas tries to keep in on the line. It'll come out back to the blue line. Chipped up the left side. Thomas whacks at it. Chased after into those end boards. Duguay tried for it. From the left corner, hits the foot. Kraken steer that up ahead, and it'll be brought back in for Pino. D-to-D pass there, now looking for the outlet. Rolls over the stick. Will be whacked at. Icing waved off. Heads into the end wall. Down there along the boards. Kraken to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Nice blocker save as that one was sent in nicely. Cosman trying to get that down. Picked up here. Blackmore shoots it down low. Beck's going to pick it up. Beck's circles back. Slows up in behind her own net. Beck's surveys. Up the right side and waved off the icing. It'll go down low. In there on the end boards, Bex picks it up on the half wall. She'll get worked into the boards as Wolves retake possession on the end wall. Shoot that up into the mesh, and we'll get a whistle here. 2 minutes into the second. 3-2 our score after an entertaining first period with, like I said earlier, goals, saves, power plays, penalties, everything you could look for in a first frame we had, and now in here to the second. We'll see how this one goes. Typically, it's kind of where the ladies down there will settle in a little more. Find a little bit more of a flow to the game through the second and third. Wolves pick it up, and now looking for a lane up ahead. Passed off, and it was swept at. Had an open net to shoot at, but it gets under the stick, between the stick and the skate. Now back to the red line and sent down. Backing around Wolves. Picked up by Somerville. Pino played over, just out of the reach as they tried to get that play going, but it'll be sent down for the ice. Face off here to the left now. So we'll head back the opposite direction. Face-off coming here. Puck dropped in. Chipped up ahead, and the Wolves try to lead puck that, but it'll be sent back to the left side. Little turns it over. Thomas already has a goal here. Slows it down, and it gets worked down the left side again. Thomas heading to the net. Puck not going to make it there. Trying again. Bootlier stops it that time. With a Richard on the half wall. Hits the side of the net. Picked up, and they play it from the corner. Cosman backing around and worked off the end wall. LeBlanc over to Richard. Richard trying to free that up. Gets it through. Back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc over the blue line, and a close offside there. I wasn't quite sure about that one as they headed over the line, but the Lions woman down there makes the call. 16-18 to go here in the second as fresh legs for the Wolves. Kraken keep the same out there. Ledger Goes in, picks that up. Over to the Wolves. Rolls back in behind. Now to center. Trying to get that back through. It's in the feet. Duguay down the left side. Picked up Wolves. Chip off the board there. Stevenson down to the end wall, and the chip and chase doesn't quite work out, as that will go for the icing. 15:46 left to go here in the second. Face off here. Picked up, handed off to the Wolves. Down the right side. In behind for Gillespie. The netminder leaves it. Kraken try to get it out. Puck's cut off there. Looking to work back in front. Set to the blue line. Wolves spin. Kraken pick it up off the one hop. Over there to Dickey, gets him behind. Murray, Bootlier, can't get the shot through. Cosman on the right will shoot that into the end boards. Picked up, slipped down off the wall. Spinning to LeBlanc. LeBlanc beats one. Trying to force that forward. Puck still loose and backhanded over. Wolves pick it up. Looking for that stretch pass. Duguay off the wall. Now down the right side. In, offside. And that one gets an audible groan here from the Kraken faithful. Puck now back in behind here. Duguay tries to get it by Pinal. Worked off into the wall there. Little and a slash, I believe. Oh. Duguay gonna head off there for the roughing call. Face-off will be down here to the right. 14:15 to go here in the second. Puck dropped in there for the Wolves. Left side. Gets down low. Trying to hand it out in front, and sucked on, misses it. Kraken back in behind. McPherson's going to circle. In over the blue. Pushed off and conservative, covered up there. Back down low. Minute 35 remains on the power play. 13:50 in the period. Puck dropped. Wolves try to steer that back out in front. Couple whacks at it. Whistle goes there again, and we'll have another try at it. Puck dropped in. That one's chased after, and Kraken will get a clean clear all the way back to the net on that one. Circling around the Wolves. Up through center. Pass goes wide. Down to the end boards. Trying for the wraparound, and a nice look in front there. Stevenson doesn't go. Shot Again into the end boards. Now trying to wrap that back around. LeBlanc. LeBlanc up the wall with it. Pino. Back and behind for Marshall. Played across. Over the red line. Shot in. Pino. Up the wall with it. Stevenson. Back and behind. Blackqueer gets that down low. Kraken, 7 seconds to go on the PK. They send that down. It looks like they're going to make good on it. Now in over the net. Took him with a shot, Little, and it goes high. And a good chance as the penalty ends. Wolves now up ahead. Brought in over the line. Drops back. Shot steered aside. Off the rush. Now on the goal line. Cutting up front on the doorstep, and a pad save there. That one got close. Kraken now. Hustling it out. Dickey hits it off the stick there. Beck's looking to stick with it. Wolves backhand it. Now in front, shot, and they score! Down to the knees and flipped in behind. 3-3 the score as we head back to center at the halfway mark in this game with a brand new game here. And that gets some good support here by the crowd. As we're all squared, like I said, pretty much halfway through this game. Duguay. 2 close games so far this weekend here in Evangeline. Up the wall with it. Wolves. Over past Duguay. Running into the lines. Woman there. Circle it back around. Wolves. Starting to hustle this out. McGugan offside. That's brought in over the blue line. We'll try again here. Over the red line. This one's sent into the end boards. Left side corner. Little. Trying to work that up ahead. Little shoots. Save made. In front there. Shot worked back in behind, and there's a bit of a collision back there. And the arms go up. And player a little slow to move there. waiting here, and it looks like it'll be one penalty against the Kraken. And they're going to sort it out here. All right, so we're all sorted there. 2-minute penalty against the Kraken. 10, just about halfway through this period, pretty much exactly. As they're going to have to do some PK in here as this tie game, 3-3. LeBlanc worked it down the left side. McGugan picks it up in behind. Wolves lead play, skates right into that one nicely. Stevenson with speed down the right side. Backhand scores. Slides that by on the post. And it kind of opened up for her as she had to pick that spot and found the back of the net there. So retaking the lead as the Wolves and their 4th lead of the game score 4-3. Just over the halfway mark. Puck dropped in here. The big tangle up there at center. Kraken, Dickey shoots it in, and it's steered to the end boards. Looking for that lead play. Wolves pick it up and over the line. Now they got numbers again, trying to extend the lead. Shot save made this time. I want to say hello to any fans watching over in Montague. Watching the Wolves take on the Kraken here. So across the island, you actually got a game going on in Montague here shortly with the Dukes. So lots of hockey everywhere. And now puck gets worked down the left side here. Looking for this puck. Wolves. Brought in over the line. McNeil. That one offside is, you always got to be careful of the deeks at the blue line there, as your teammates are going to notice, or won't maybe have the time to notice that, and they'll just think we're good to head in. So the old dangle at the blue line, they call that one. If you're going to make your deke, just wait till you're just across that line, and then that's the spot to do it. Over here to Ledger. Ledger picks it up, shoots that in, it rolls up, and we got close to another goal like that as the Kraken bench are trying to say it was in. The ref was right there. The ref didn't make any sort of motion right away. It was close, but it won't go. The Kraken will have to try again. Thought they tied it up there. Down along the right side. .838 now. Remaining here in the second. Puck grabbed. Back in behind for Boutlier. Boutlier over to the right side now. Murray with a whack at it and a collision there. That'll be a penalty as the Kraken now heading to the advantage. Face off here on the left. So a chance to try to tie this up again as we are into the back half of this game. Puck dropped in there, kind of getting tangled up. Oh, tried to say they held the stick, sent down and behind. Wolves get to it first. Thomas, some big strides trying to come up on that puck. Back to the red line. Kraken lose it. It's down the right side, McNeil. Unge. Looking to move that puck up. It was behind Beck. She'll have to readjust. Rolls up the stick here now. Cosman. Sauces one in down the right side. Into the feet. Circling back around. Cosman. Over there to LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Pinched in against the wall. Back to Cosman. Shoots through traffic, patted away. Little seeing eye shot there. Cosman flips it down to the half wall. Can't get it to LeBlanc though as it's sent on back. Telling them to skate as time rolls off. Not much of a pass there as it's pressure by the Wolves. Now back over for the Kraken. Hits the stick of Webster. Little now. Down here in front. Some pushing and shoving. Freed up for Webster. Picks it up and back in behind. Kraken over to LeBlanc. Trying to steer that ahead. Little. Skates it down the left side over the line. Worked off into the wall there. Power play over. 6:15 to go here in the second. And arm goes up, so another penalty coming on a cross check. Yusuf heading down to the right side. Puck grab, shot on, hits the end boards, bounces back through. Wolves looking for it, but the arm goes up. And with 6 minutes to go, another penalty, so a bit of a marching band to the penalty box here. Holding. And Ledger will head off. So 5-on-3. And a crucial point in the game here. Kraken down 1. 6 minutes to go in the second. And they're going to have to kill off pretty much 2 minutes of 5-on-3. Just try to keep this a 1-goal game. Back on the blue line. To the right side. Shot through traffic. On the doorstep, spinning. Save made. Nice stop there. Puck over, one-timer shot, and a good save there. One of the better of the game if Gillespie. Shoved off in behind there, trying to stick with it. It's brought down low to the blue line. Slap shot wide. And McEugan fumbles it out of the zone, and that'll help the Kraken. Down through the right. Bootlier pushes. Picked up. Back to Pinow. Pinow shoots, misses the mark. Minute left to go on the 5-on-3. Bootlier down low, getting pressured. Wolves. Pick it up. Murray hands it off, looking for the shot. Save made again, and another stop. Back to the blue line. Stepping in. Shot. Rolls in behind. Wolves. Back down low. Onto the hash marks. Shot. Looking for it in front. Cleared. Can't get out of the zone. P now. Shot goes high. 15 seconds on the 5-on-3. Blaguire. Gets it down low. Right side corner now. They jockey for position. Picked up. Back and around. Held up. Touch to the middle. Trying to muscle that through. Has the goalie moving. Can't get the shot off, and that'll be the end of both penalties. So they need to add the player out there, and they do so. Big kill there for the Kraken. Almost 2 minutes of 5-on-3. 3:50 to go here now in the second. Score still 4-3. Back and around Wolves. Bootlier pressures. Trying to get that through. Jumps the stick. Stays in the zone though. Picked up by Webster. Kraken need a change here. Bootlier pressures. Picked up. Kraken over the line. Onside, just barely. 3:12 to go here now. Fresh legs out there for the Kraken. Cosman shoots. Doorstep. Oh, and a nice tip there. And stopped. And it looked like we almost had a tie game again. Up ahead. In over the line. McEugan pulls back around. Shot. Into the shin pads. Spinning. Flipped up the right wall. Sent back in for Ledger. Down low to McAdam. All sorts of tied up and big battle down there in the corner. Slow to get up. Grab Kraken. Can't find the pass. It's right back to the Wolves. Down the right side. McPherson decides to take it in herself. Centers that pass. Picked up. Backing around for Ledger. Trying to spin out of it. Bex gets a shove. Puck goes up. Comes back down. 1:43 to go here in the second now. Wolves Hand pass, that'll be stopped. Delayed offside here. Wolves work it out, 90 seconds remaining in the second. Then over the line here, Murray. Murray. Spinning. Left side, shot, goes wide. Back in behind, Pinau. Over, past Murray. Back to Boutlier. Shoots it up the right. Back in behind Boutlier, minute to go. Down across the blue line. And offside on the play here, 58 seconds remaining. Puck chopped in there. Duguay. Look back around. Wolves chip up the wall. 46 seconds remaining. Down and along the end boards. Holding off a skate now. Kraken. Move it up ahead. Little. Starts to bob and weave. Stopped. Rickson shoots it down low. Shoots it into the backside of Somerville there. Back to center. Kraken. 5 seconds to go. Marshall tries to get it out. Thomas will work it around. And that'll take us to the end of the second. So 4-3 after 2. We're in for a good third period. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, we are back here for the third and potentially final period of action here at Evangeline Recreation Center. Waiting for the ice to dry up a little bit there, and the Stripes deemed it good to go. So here we are, third period, 4-3 the score as the Kraken trying to tie this game up in Western PEI. Kraken start to move it up ahead. Garnett brings it over the line. Now looking for a quick shot, and that one goes in wide, and a good little look there early for the Kraken off the rush. Sent back in behind for Kosman. The play there in front, Little. They announced the 50-50 winner with a little 6-7 at the end, and if you have kids, you know, and you've probably heard that before. The puck here on the right side, half wall, back to Boutlier. Boutlier gets that across, trying to center it. Clears, back again, Boutlier. D to D. Back down low, Pino shoots, blocker to side with ease as that bounces back in around. Pino in behind. Kraken spinning. Picked up by Pino. Back and around. Looking for that puck through. Whacked at. Trying to free it up. McGugan spins it back around. Picked up. Kraken through the middle. Shot. Pad save. And now scooped up on the doorstep. And an extra shove. Parents not too happy with that here. And I think they're going to bring it to the box. So the extra shove and the big reaction from the crowd leads to a penalty. Couple minutes in. Now amongst the feet, steered aside. McGugan grabs, looking to go up the wall with it. Now on the right, 2-on-1 back the other way. In over the blue line, shot off a skate. Spinning. Now ricochets into the netminder. We'll get the cover. Puck dropped in. Trying to feed that back. Little taking the long way around. And now offside as they touched it before it could have been slapped out. So face off there near the Wolves bench. Minute 16 left to go on the power play. Picked up. Boutlier played across. There on the red line. Brought in over the line. Shot goes high. Boutlier skates it back. Into the blocker. Swept on. That'll hold. Head up the right side. Brought into the zone. And now worked off into the end wall, and the arm goes up. A little too aggressive, they say. So 16-15 to go here in the third, and it'll be 46 seconds of 4-on-4 as Bootlier heads off. Looking for a goal here to tie up this game. Grabbed, now up ahead. Kraken in a cross. It's poked to the corner. Now tried to feed that back through. Missed the stick of Mills. Leading play. Wolves slow it up. Puck gets worked into the half wall. Back to the middle. Shot. Save made. $15:37 left to go here in the third. We'll try again. So 4-on-4 for another 8 seconds. Shot through traffic. That one gets down low. Kraken shoot it, comes around. Brought back over to Marshall. Duncan grabs it from there. Duncan trying to get it across McPherson. Duncan. Circle back around into the feet. Shot down low. Wolves. McNeil over the blue line. And the arm goes up. And not sure what that one was for. Hooking. And a bit of a weak call there. 35 seconds left to go here in that initial penalty. And they'll send someone back in there. Bex. So 35 crucial seconds of PK time here now for the Kraken once again. They've already played against the 5-on-3 this game once. Now going to have to try again. Picked up, worked back to the blue line. Just kept in. Now down to the corner. Wolves to McPherson. McPherson shoots blocked. Played up ahead. Back to McPherson. On the blue line. D to D. Shot. Blockered away. In amongst the feet. Fished out of there. Wolves. Back to McPherson. Back and behind it, picked up. Oh, and almost off to the races there. Pushed it off to the corner. Got caught up. Now the arm goes up. Oh, no. It'll be Dickey again. Interference. Oh, no, they're going to take someone from the Wolves. So maybe. Okay, so I lost the handle on that one. McPherson got to head off, so made a makeup call there on the ice. 13:50 left to go here in the third, and it'll be a minute of 4-on-4. Bootlier tries to shoot it in, past the glove on the right. Pino. Picked up, finding Mitchell. Pushed off to the corner, Mitchell. Now back over for Richards. Shot tipped, and that in. That was well high. Yeah, one says no goal, one says goal, but I can't see them counting that. I think maybe it was a instinct to count that one. So we'll try that one again. The puck face-off will come outside the zone. Okay, so some back and forth here between the parents, refs, and coaches. Everyone getting in on the fun here in a one-goal game. Our only female action here on High Button this weekend. And it's been an exciting couple games here. Richards brings it in down the left side. Hits the end boards. Picked up. Thomas past the feet. Kraken now. Back the other way. Left side. Shot goes wide as they tried to fire that home. Bootlier now kicked out. Garnett steps in. And that one bounces high. Murray trying to pull that back to the middle. Evading the check. Kraken. Garnett. Brought in over the blue line onside. Now it'll exit. Skated right in as whistle goes on the offside. 12:29 to go. Puck grabs, swung in around here. Back onto the blue line, handed off. Kraken trying to move that ahead. LeBlanc drops it back. Little over the blue. Slows up. Picked up and flipped back in behind. Kraken will slow it up. Try to get that puck up ahead. Richards through the middle, stopped. Now circles back over as Wolves get a change in. We're back to even strength here. Just over 11 minutes to go. Shoved off into the wall and right back to the penalty box for the Kraken. A little low shot goes wide on the left side. Richards spinning. Time ticking off the clock here. Now tied up, covered up, whistle blown. Puck dropped in, shot, stopped there. Puck fed across, shot, flips back out in front. Wolves lead that pass up ahead. In over the line, McNeil. McNeil slows up to the left corner. Handed back. Shot blocked. Mills has it in the gear. Comes out. They're whacking away at it. Duncan tries for it. Shot. Nice pad save there. Had to stay sharp. Back there. LeQuire. Another block there by the Kraken. Now from the left side, shot, save made. 52 seconds on the power play as that gets him behind. Sent back down. That one for the icing. 9:50 to go here in the third. Puck dropped in there. Wolves from the left. Pino finding a lane down the right side, trying to add that insurance marker. Puck goes up and stays out. 19 seconds of power play time as that one's sent down nicely all the way to the other end. Picked up here. Stevenson hands it off. Webster down to the right. Back to Richards. Tipped in front. Looking for the lane. And we're even strength. 9 minutes to go. On the end boards. So all sorts of pressure down there. Kraken got to try to start creating some chances here. Backhand. Flip to your center. Chased after. Cosman now. Picks it up. She'll work it up the wall. To the blue line. Collision there on said blue line. Now it's a center. Played that back in front. Trying to get it out, Kraken. In over the line, Richard. Into the feet, Somerville. From the corner, back to the blue line, shot behind. Duncan. Back in behind, Cosman. Little shove there. Picked up, sent down the left side, and whistled down with just over 7 minutes remaining here in the third. Face off on the right. Puck picked up, and now a chance for a skate here, and a great play there. Dungay breaks that up. Now up through center. Kraken over the line. Try to get it back to Little. LeBlanc has it knocked off the stick. Back and behind, Kraken. Little. Across the blue line. Picked up, try to snap that pass up the wall. Puck in behind. Left side. Trying to break that out. Shot hits the end boards. Picked up, trying to swing it around, and a pad save and the good look. Best of the period there for the Kraken, coming with 5:55 to go. McAdam down the right side, full head of steam. Pushed back to the middle, spinning around. Now jamming at it on the corner. Kraken up the wall. Lead play. Trying to get that through. Wolves. Stevenson shoots. That one, a nice solid save there in the arm. 5:20 to go as we're in for the finish here. Down the right side, poked at. Now sent it to the bench. Whistle goes. Face off. Here in front of us. Picked up, lead play up the left side, trying to get that up ahead. Richards gets it to the end boards. Up ahead. It's in. It's picked up by the Wolves. Over to McNeil. McNeil trying to find some open room. LeBlanc. To the end wall. Wolves cutting around. Poked at now. Save made. We'll get the whistle. Puck shot wide, and a good look there for the Kraken. His time winding down here. Held up a little bit along the boards there by Bex. They battle for it. Now arms going up. Oh, it's looking like it could be a penalty against the Kraken once more for Tripp. 4 minutes to go here. Now a must kill once again for St. John. Puck dropped in, and it's a 4-minute penalty, so 4-minute tripping. So that was the initial thing she made, the movement, so not sure how that one worked out, but now the Kraken backs fully against the wall as the exact time left on the clock is the time of the penalty, and they are down 1. Worked Pino into the wall. A little extra shove, and the arm will go up. Body contact, so 5-on-3 here now. So Kraken parents aren't pleased. So puck dropped in. It'll be 2 minutes of 5-on-3, and then the rest 5-on-4. So Wolves sitting on the lead here currently. Just need to break this thing down to the last minute. Shot hits a skate. Picked up, is sent in the other way. Slowed up. Wolves. McGugan over the line. Drops it back on the left side. Picked up, sent in low, Wolves. They'll look to move it up the left side here. Thomas, Bootlier plays the body. Back to McNeil. McNeil steps in, shot, pad save through traffic. Nice one there. Back to McNeil. One-timer. That one's rolling around the blue paint, and they score. 5-3. They'll add the insurance marker with 2:23 remaining. And we'll head back to center. So I think they're trying to sort out the penalties here in terms of it was 5-on-4, but it was 5-on-3, but they scored one. And that 4-minute penalty will go down to a 2, and then the latest one will stay at 54 seconds. So bit of a tough bounce, but it is the correct call there, as there was still time on the first one. Over to McPherson. Held in behind. 2 minutes to go here now. Moved up the right side. Across the blue line. Down from the half wall. Push to the middle. Wolves moving it pretty smoothly down there. 7 seconds left to go. That first penalty shot hits the glove, bounce out to Bex. Back to McPherson. She'll shoot, blocked by Mills. Up the wall, trying to get that through. Picked up and shot the length of the ice there as we approach the final minute to play here in Evangeline. Oh, and almost falling there, but staying alive. Gets the puck to Stevenson. Wolves backhand. That'll be caught up too. No ice. 50 seconds remaining. Kraken grab it, work it into the wall. Chop that. That hits a glove on the bench. A whistle will go. Puck, shot on, save made. Back on the blue line. Stepping in, puck goes wide. Trying to pick up on that, head it back in front. Blaquire shoots, goes wide again. Back to 5-on-5 here for the last 20 seconds. Wolves will have it down low. Played out in front. Kraken trying to move that up ahead. Can't muscle it through there. Played onto the wall here. And with 6 seconds to go, this will take us to the end. Now a couple shoves. And we'll wait a second here. 3 seconds on the clock, though. So some pushing and shoving, and then player down there, and we don't want to show injuries here at High Button, so we'll move away from that. It was hard against the wall there, just 3 seconds remaining. Definitely some jawing in the stands here today from both sides. The dog's barking in here now. So they'll help the player off there. 3 seconds to go. It'll pretty much just be a puck drop here. As we obviously hope everyone's okay. Things getting a little tense here in the stands, so hopefully we'll just be able to drop this, and then they're going to let it run. So that'll do it for us here on High Button for this game.